Are you proudly pro-life? Well, what you're about to see should shock you then. What are we looking at here? A list of names of precious babies who have lost their lives. This is a list of names of babies in Gaza killed by Israeli attacks. The names you are currently looking at are all of babies less than 1 year old. Yep, we're still looking at babies less than 1 year old. Let's keep going. Oh, there we are. We're finally at the 1 year olds. Shall I speed this up so that it doesn't take long? It's 11,000 children for 7 minutes worth of names. So how about I just speed it up? Let's have a look. Twice as fast. There we go. Now we're up to the 2 year olds. Look at that. 2 year olds. Still the 2 year olds. Whoops, there we go. 3 year olds. 3 year olds killed. You know, it's getting so blurry, I might want to slow that down a bit. There we go. We've got our 4 year olds that have been killed. We're almost at the 5 year olds. Not quite to where you can tie your shoelaces yet. There we go, 5 year olds. Okay. Now you're able to hold a crayon, right? Keep going. None of these will ever see their 6th birthday. There we go, 6 year olds. They saw their 6th birthday. Not quite getting to 7, but at least they could have tied their shoelaces. An accomplishment before they lost their lives. There we go. There are our 7 year olds, children who would be in grade 2, 2nd grade. Right? Still reading books with pictures though. And now we have our 8 year olds, grade 3. 8 year olds. Still more 8 year olds. 8 years old. There we go. We're moving on to the 9 year olds. Grade 4. Okay. Suppose that they don't read books with pictures anymore. Now we've got our 10 year olds. None of them will ever talk back to their parents. It's a long list of 10 year olds there. I think I'll speed it up. And we're up to 11 year olds. Grade 5, I believe. 11 year old children. And we're moving on to the 12 year olds now. That's the 12 year olds that have been killed in Gaza by Israeli attacks. 13 year olds getting into our teens. Definitely not listening to Justin Bieber. 14 year olds, moving on to 14 year olds. That's how many 14 year olds have lost their lives in Gaza recently. We're up to our 15 year olds there. Let's slow down, it's getting a bit too blurry. All of our 15 year olds. Were those 16 year olds there? 16 year olds, okay. Moving up to our 16 year olds. And we're up to our 17 year olds. Bearing in mind, none of these people have ever or will ever have the right to vote. The last time anybody had an election in Gaza was 18 years ago. Of course, none of these people were old enough then. In fact, in order to be old enough to have voted in the last election, you would have to be at least 36 years old today. These children never voted for Hamas. It wasn't like 18 years ago, Hamas won by a landslide. many Palestinians have protested against Hamas. And yet somehow, many people in the Western world sleep comfortably in their beds while this is happening. But I am sure I can trust that the pro-lifers will be the strongest voice against what has happened. If not to anyone else, then at least to the children under the age of 1. Because don't hashtag all lives matter. Thank you very much. Please remember, your silence is complicity.